Good morning. Welcome to my 10 a.m. ad-lib, freeform, freestyle, heavy metal today, yoga practice. I'm going to wait a couple of minutes. Hi guys. Hi Kiara. Hi Debbie. Hey, can you see what's on this mug? It's probably backwards. I'm going to try to promote Chicago stuff every day from now on because I have a lot of Chicago swag. This is from Reckless Records. Love those guys. Go over there, get some stuff. I don't know if they're open. They might be open. Also, I'm going to have some coffee with my practice today. And some of you guys have asked me, wow, Maria, you seem so healthy and, energetic. What is your secret? And what do you do in the morning to get started? Well, I have coffee from, today it's a blend from Dark Matter. In fact, it's their blend, I think it's called Sip of Hope. It supports suicide prevention. And then I also put in some Metropolis, Zeno's blend. So it's half decaf, half regular. So 2 more Chicago businesses. And then this is breakfast every day. Spritz cookies from my pals over at Alliance Bakery. Amazing. That's right. Every day I have coffee and Spritz cookies for breakfast. There you have it. It's my secret. So I'm going to go over to my mat. Hopefully you're in the vicinity of your mat as well. And as I've been doing every day since I started this whole thing, I'm going to read some inspirational words. At least they're inspirational to me. This is really short today. This is from Sean Korn from her book, Revolution of the Soul. I love Sean Korn because she's just very frank and very blunt and no bullshit. And she's also like, come on people, pull yourselves up by your bootstraps and just get this shit done, right? There's not a lot of, oh, woe is me, and oh, the world is topsy-turvy and chaotic and there's so much trauma. Yes, true. And some of us are responding differently than others. But consider what you have right now, not what you don't have. If you're tuning in, you have the ability to do this home practice. Yeah? You have some sort of data plan, you have a phone, you have a way to connect with other people. You probably have enough coffee in the cupboard to last you at least for the next couple of weeks, right? Consider what you have. That's my thing today. Anyway, short quotes, 2 separate quotes. First one is, a revolution of awakened souls, united in heart, aligned with God in service to each other, the planet, and the divine. And if all beings could come together and do what needs to be done in empathy, there would be peace, and we would all finally be free. Second quote. This is my mantra. Love big, forgive always, do good, and don't be an asshole. That's yoga. That's a life well lived. It's really that simple. End of story. Okay, I'm going to turn on my video camera. And I want you to practice today. Hold on, I'm still on standby. I want you to try to practice today with some empathy towards yourself, towards others, towards the planet. Because we're all in this together, as everybody keeps saying. It's true. We're all in this together. I'm finding that this is happening. There is some sort of awakening happening. I feel like people are really coming together. I was outside yesterday because it was so beautiful, raking up branches and leaves in my front yard. And even though people were kind of veering off and keeping their 6-foot distance, people were saying hello, making eye contact. I felt this really lovely connection with my neighbors. So let's get started. I'm going to have you all come into an extended child's pose. I'm going to be playing some music. I have a Spotify account. If you want to follow any of my playlists, please do. Look me up, Maria Roser. Let's go ahead and extend the arms, extend the hips straight back, bring your head to the floor. And then pull yourself up and keep your knees wide and just shift forward, hips heavy, and then shift back again. All the way as far as you can. And then inhale and shift forward and let your hips be heavy. It's a strange hip position perhaps. Just go with it. Back and forth a couple more times, creating this wave-like motion to your body. Yeah? One more time. Good. Hips heavy. Chest forward. And then nice and easy, bring your hips back to your heels. But this time, sit and open the heart space here. If you want to go a little bit bigger, you can bring the fingers behind you. If you want to go bigger than that, you can lift your hips and bring your hands to your heels. This might be way too much first thing, so check in, see how it feels, and then nice and easy, back to all fours. And we're going to get right into it. We're going to pause later on perhaps for some cat-cows, but let's go ahead and instead of just doing plain old cat-cow, we're going to step our left foot forward and we're going to shift back and forth between Anjaneyasana and our half splits. And I really encourage you to move with breath here, you know? And if you want to hold at some point while I'm moving, that's okay. Something feels good. But just like Sean was saying, love big. I want you to really be big in your practice today. Like, go big. Just don't worry about what you look like. Try to move in a way that maybe feels slightly foreign to you. Nobody's looking. Pause. Yeah? Turn the toes under and back. Lift that knee. Spinal twist. Open it up. And like my other favorite yoga teacher always encourages on a forest, just let your head hang here and reach your arm to the back of your mat. So you're getting a lot of length in your neck here. Then bring both hands to the inside of that left foot. We're going to pivot and turn our feet so they're parallel to each other or slightly toeing in. Nice and easy. Hip hinge as far as you can, lengthening spine, and then all the way in, bow forward. Then press down, lift the chest, inhale, lengthen, exhale, bow forward. And again, inhale, press down, lengthen, exhale. Good job, you guys. Now slowly bring your hands to your hips. We're going to come all the way up to standing, turn the front foot again, and move into your triangle posture. So I'm going to encourage you to spread the fingers, spread the toes. Keep your hands and feet really active. But again, if you want in any of these sideline postures, just let your head hang. So use the weight of your own skull to traction the neck, help to lengthen and release tension in those big strap muscles. Nice and easy, come on up. Bend your front knee. Move into your first warrior stance. Wasn't yesterday freaking awesome, you guys? It was like 60 degrees and blue sky. Oh my God, what a gift. And then nice and easy, we're going to cartwheel those hands to the floor. Lift your back heel again. Straighten the front leg. Bend the front knee. So similar to what we did earlier with your knee on the floor. One more time, guys. And then hold the lunge. This time come into your big crescent lunge. We're going to grab a hold of the right wrist and take this real easy. See if you can reach up and over. So creating a lot of space on the right side of the body here. From there, we're going to twist once again, but a little bit bigger now. Elbow coming across. Press the palms together. Yeah? And then very slowly, I want you to go super slow motion. Pause right here. Don't use your hands. Use your core and your hips, yeah? And then plant your palms. Step to your plank posture. Chaturanga. And then we're going to hold cobra for 5 breaths. So pressing into the roots of the fingers. Squeeze the elbows into the rib cage. Press the tops of the ankles into the floor. Morning. And let's go into that first downward facing dog. At least it's my first today. I don't know what time you guys got up. Let's pedal our feet here. And then, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this without coming back to your knees, but we're going to do a little variation that I love. This gets into the outer hip and the IT band. You're going to turn both feet to the right, okay? Bend your left knee a whole bunch, but push your right hip to the back of your mat. And then we're going to switch sides. So turn your feet the other way, bend your right knee, and push your left hip to the back of the mat. Beautiful, you guys. And then nice and easy, hands and knees. Step your right foot forward. So I do have a block today. If you guys own blocks, you can use them as well. If you don't have blocks, you're just gonna have to do your best here. Shift forward and back like we did earlier. From Anjaneyasana to the half splits. You know, I think tomorrow, you guys, for happy hour yoga, I'm going to make it karaoke yoga so you can sing along. And I really like your requests. I did that one time when I was in San Diego. Hold your lunge. Big twist here. And again, let your head drop, reach your arm. It was right after Tom Petty died. And the teacher played all Tom Petty songs, and she encouraged us to sing along, which was amazing. And then palms to the floor. Step back. Oops, messed that up, sorry. Pivot instead, and then bow forward. And you're gonna inhale, half lift, exhale, forward fold while I try to figure out what was blinking on my camera. Oh, nothing. Hello. One more time. Half forward fold, and then all the way down. And then come all the way up, hands to hips. Turn your front foot. I always think of singing as like pranayama. You know? And I sing all the time. I sing in the car. I sing in the house. Take a full breath here. As you exhale, drop right into that first warrior stance. Steely gaze, yeah? Eyes half lidded. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. Good, we're gonna cartwheel the hands to the floor. Lift your back heel. Pause with the knee lifted. We'll go back and forth again. Now this one's gonna be a little bit more intense. So if you need to, put the knee on the floor again. It's totally fine. Otherwise, lunge, straighten the leg, lunge, straighten the leg, and then we do it one more time. We pause, we rise up super strong here. Yeah, stability. Not necessarily coming from the feet, right? Maybe from the core. Squeezing those inner thighs towards the midline, yeah? Grab a hold of the left wrist, reach up and over. Keep your gaze steady, that'll help stabilize you. Beautiful, you guys. And then nice and easy, bring that elbow all the way across. Press the palms together and pause. Yeah, lift that back, the back of the knee. Straighten that back leg as much as you can. 9. Exhale, hands to the floor. We step back. Now pause in your plank, because here's how you set up chaturanga. You shift forward a few inches and then you lower. We're going to hold either the cobra pose this time or full upward facing dog. And as we've discussed before, upward dog, only thing on the ground, tops of the ankles, palms of the hands. So your thighs are lifted, your knees are lifted, your pelvis is floating. Yeah! Downward dog. Awesome, you guys. So let's go ahead and take the right leg high. And we're going to exhale and bring the knee across. So we're going to get into the lateral body a whole bunch today. The outer thigh, the inner thigh, the outer waistline, the rib cage, the sides of your neck. So this is our first foray into the IT band, okay? So you're going to bring your right knee across to the left elbow and then straighten that leg out. And you want it pretty much sticking straight out from your hip. So if you need to, slide it forward a little and then very carefully lower your hips until you feel this fabulous feeling. I don't know if you feel that. Yeah, I do. Then balance here on your right hand. Open up for a big side plank. Back foot is planted on the ground, yeah? Let your head hang again. Reach your arm. Awesome, you guys. Take it all the way back, 3-legged dog. And then step forward, warrior 1. Nice and easy, arms go to the sky. So we're gonna lace the fingers together, press the palms to the ceiling. As you're pressing the palms to the ceiling, press your left hip bone forward and then lean right. Now take this slow, because again, you might feel a little wobbly. Anchor the left heel to the floor. Do you feel that in the hip flexors? And then come back up, but rotate, extend your arms. And if you can, take that right hand to your outer left thigh and reach up and over. Ooh, so good, you guys. And then we're going to bring our hands again to the floor, to the inside. We're going to pivot again, Prasarita. Hands to the back here, up and over. So moving back into your inner thighs. Hello. And if you want, you can kind of rotate your torso here. Open the chest to the front of the mat. Open the chest to the back of the mat. Bring your hands to your hips again. Come up for your triangle pose, just like we did earlier. Rise up, warrior 2. Okay, moving into side body from this posture. Yeah, we're going to go into exalted warrior. And you can simply reach big, or if you need a bigger shoulder opener here, grab a hold of your right elbow with your left hand. But remember, you're still not upright. You're really, really arching back. Beautiful. And then we bring our hands to the floor again. Those of you that want to amp this up a little bit, you can take one leg to the sky, release chaturanga. And again, we're going to be holding these back bends today for 5 full breaths. So low cobra, full up dog. And there are 5 breaths that you take, not necessarily me. Okay? So when you're done with that 5th breath, or your 3rd breath, Take it back to down dog. Here we go. All right. So taking the left leg high, we're going to exhale. Bring the knee as close as you can to your right elbow. So inhale, extend the body. Exhale, engage the core. Boom. Yeah? One more of those. And then on this last one, and I think this is called fallen triangle, fallen warrior. I don't know, I've heard it both ways. Balance again on your hands. So you're still in plank pose in all respects except this left leg, which is sticking straight out. You're going to drop the hips and pause. Flip your back foot. Balance and breathe. Let your head hang. Reach your arm. Push your hips to the sky. Remember, love big here, people. Yeah. Three-legged dog. Right into warrior one. All right, so hips are forward, arms are high. We lace our fingers again. We push the palms to the sky. Stretch those elbows out. So palms are moving upward. Right hip is moving forward. And then you're leaning way over to the left. Yeah? Then we'll come upright, but we'll rotate. Arms are extended in opposite directions. Thumbs to the sky. And to take it a bit further, left hand holds your outer right thigh. We reach up and over. I love this variation. Gets me right in my spine where I need it most. Yeah. Fingers to the floor, to the inside. We pivot our feet. Yeah. Rearrange your feet so they're parallel. And then we're going to fold forward again. But remember what we've been doing the last couple of days? When you take your hands behind your back and lace your fingers, the second time around, go the awkward way. So recross your thumbs, move your fingers over, big squeeze up and over. That should feel very awkward. And then if you want, let the arms drop to the back of the mat, rotate the chest forward. Same thing on the other side. Whew. And then hands to hips. Careful with those morning head rushes, yeah? Especially if you just had coffee like I did. Ah. Right? Warrior two. All right, here we go. We're gonna open side body again. Exalted warrior. I'm gonna do mine with this little shoulder tricep stretch. Reaching my fingers down in between my shoulder blades. Dun, 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 dun. And then we cartwheel and we step back. One leg can stay in the sky. Woo. And pause. So really pull your chest forward. How the heck do you do that? Well, you gotta squeeze the shoulder blades together. So back muscles, really active. One more breath. So this time I'm gonna give you a little break. You can take that child's pose again. You can move into down dog, or you can join me in dolphin pose. Another lovely way to open the shoulders. So position the forearms parallel, walk the feet in, press the chest towards the thighs. You can bend your knees as much as you need to here. Good, you guys. One more full breath in whatever posture you've chosen. Good, and then bring the knees to the floor. Take them wide again. You need to do one of several things. You can do the same thing we did at the beginning. Hips around your butt. Lift your chest. You can keep the knees wide, lift the hips, bring the hands either to the heels or the low back, or because I'm getting really good response to throne in reclining saddle. Take it all the way down. Little back bend here, kids. 3 breaths. Beautiful. And then nice and easy, come on up. Bring the knees together again. We're gonna kneel. If you need some extra padding, go ahead and fold your mat up on top of itself. Extend your right leg. Moving into gate pose. Opening that side body again. So as you're reaching this left arm, press your left hip in the opposite direction. Yeah? And then nice and easy up. We switch sides. Same thing, extend your legs straight out from the hip, up and over. And then up again. We're going to reach that right leg out front. This is again for your IT band, okay? So we're going to start out in those half splits. Flex your foot really strongly. Pull the toes towards you. But then rotate the toes way out to the right. And it's actually not your ankle or your knee, right? This is all coming off the hip. So rotate that whole leg way out. And then pull that right hip back as much as you can. Y'all feel that? It's pretty intense. And then bring your foot back. Bend the knee. And come into pyramid. So same kind of thing. I need you to draw that right hip back, bow forward. And if you need your block, place it here. We're going to do revolved triangle. All right, so this part of your leg's going to really feel this, yeah? Reach it up. Now I'm lucky enough I have a mirror right here, and I can see that this hip was really hiking up. That might be happening to you too, so press it back. You want to lengthen the right side of your waistline as much as you can. Yow! Good. And then unwind. Bring that back knee to the floor again. Just let the knee tip out for a sec. Not getting into pigeon or anything yet, just releasing that hip. And then stepping that foot back, other leg forward, half splits. So really draw the toes towards you, strongly flex the foot, turn the toes way out, and then pull that right or left hip back. All right, from here we set up our pyramid. Now, some of you guys, I know you can take your legs further apart. If you can't get the back heel to the floor, just pull the foot in a little bit. Bow forward. And then lengthen out and revolve. Yeah, revolve triangle. Lengthen the left side of your waist. So you're going to pull the ribs up and away from the hip. Awesome, you guys. And then nice and easy again, bring that knee to the floor. Just have a seat for a moment. Roll the shoulders up and back. One more time. And then take a nice big breath in. Exhale, hands to the floor. Inhale, turn the toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Raise the right leg again. Warrior one. Reach the arms up. Exhale, twist. Reach that right hand around to the side, up and over. And then cartwheel the hands to the inside of this foot. We pivot yet again. This time we'll do a twisted variation of that prasarita, pressing the left hand down strongly to the floor. Unwind, hands to hips. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, drop into it. Reach back again, open side body. Good. Now either repeat your triangle, or those of you that have been pretty fluid and confident in your half moon, balance all of your weight on your right foot. And if you're a little bit wobbly, just keep your gaze grounded on the floor. Otherwise, you can turn your head sideways or up. Yeah? And then nice and easy, step way back again. Warrior two. Okay, adding on one more posture to this sequence. Lean into the front leg, extended side ankle pose. So again, let your head drop. Try not to jam this shoulder up into your neck, right? Pull that shoulder away from your neck. Okay, we're going to transition into a side plank from here. So we've done this a couple times before. You're going to balance on your left hand. Those of you that need a little extra support, the top leg can be your support. Little kickstand. Otherwise, you're balancing with your legs stacked, or if you're able to, reach your leg to the sky. Yeah? Woo! And then nice and easy, we transition. And we hold our back bends today. Either low cobra or 5 breaths, upward facing dog. Little tip here, you guys, if this really jams the low back, strongly press the tops of the ankles into the floor, pull navel to spine, but also fire those quads up. That really helps take the pressure out of my low back. And then downward dog. All right, let's put it all together. Taking that left leg high, step to your warrior one. Spinal twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Stay here or reach around. Make it a little bit more, love big, remember? Loving big today. We spin very slowly. Right hand goes down this time, reach it up. Beautiful, you guys. Let's bring our hands to our hips again. Come up slow. Front foot pivots. And we drop right into that triangle again. Each time, a little bit lower perhaps, yeah, as those hamstrings and inner thighs start to loosen up. Then we're back up again. Warrior two. We lean back. We open side body. Yeah. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh well. Either triangle again or move into half moon. And when you step back, find your warrior stance again. And then lean into it, extended side angle. So yeah, you're leaning into this leg, but not collapsing into it. There's a big difference, right? So this is collapsed, this is not, right? Right, yeah. Okay, let's try that side plank. Right palm to the floor, flip everything over. Like I said last time, you can use the kickstand, you can stack the legs, or you can lift the top leg and pause. Beautiful, you guys. Nice and easy. Transition. And one more time. Strong up dog, strong cobra, maybe even a strong sphinx if the wrists need a break. I like to pendulum my hips side to side in this pose. Feels really good. Awesome. Knees to the floor. Just long enough for you to decide if today's the day you're going to attempt your crow pose. So if you're not doing crow, but why not? Come on, I'm going to show you how to do it. But no pressure. If you'd rather do like a half tripod headstand, so your head's going to be on the ground, you're going to have your elbows, or your knees on your elbows, you can do that. You can simply come into Malasana, but if you want to try crow, plant your hands, put your knees way up on your upper arms, and then lift that back leg. Maybe just one today, but notice where my gaze is. I am not looking at my hands or my feet. My gaze is forward. Beautiful. Very important that you keep your head lifted here. Woo! And then bring it on down. Beautiful, you guys. Bring your knees to the floor again, but keep your toes turned under. We're gonna sit on our heels. This is somewhat unpleasant if you don't do it very often. I'm really used to it now. It feels fantastic on the bottoms of my feet, on my toes, on my Achilles tendon even. Yeah, helps to wake those feet up. So we did a couple of knee wide back bend variations, right? And you can go back to any of those. I'm going to propose camel again. This is a pose that I used to really despise because it would hurt my lower back a lot. And then somebody taught me a couple of adjustments because I have a lot of sway back, so I'm already in a back bend just standing upright. So one thing you can do is pull your belly button in really strong, engage your transverse abdominis so the tailbone's dropping. This is not your glutes, it's your abs, okay? And then you take the shoulder blades and you kind of poke the bottoms of the shoulder blades into your upper back while you're still tucking that tailbone, and then arch back. Fantastic, you guys. Come on up. Turn your toes under. I'm gonna skip this song. This next song reminds me of my daughter. I'm supposed to fly to LA today to be with her. I haven't seen her since Christmas and I'm totally bummed. But anyway, this song always reminds me of her. She turned me on to this chick and we saw Gold Room at Coachella together. And this song always reminds me of driving down Sunset Boulevard. It's the power of music, baby. Downward dog. Raise that right leg. Stack the hips, bend the knee. And really push the inner left thigh to the right side of the room. All right, so don't just let it kind of collapse. Push, push, push. Inner thigh, oh yes. Extend, step forward, warrior one. All right, so we're going back. Revolve triangle. One more time into the old IT band, okay? So, if you want to stay here, planted on 2 feet, awesome. If you want to make it a little bit more exciting, do the revolved half moon. Keep your hips level, straighten your back leg, and push down really strong into that left hand to help you rotate. Oh, yeah? Nice and easy. You want to find the standing splits, perhaps? All right, now listen. You're going to bring that foot right next to the other foot and drop into this wide stance chair pose, okay? Just long enough to give us an opportunity to do a little hip opener, okay? So we're going to cross that right ankle above our left knee and balance here. Now I know I've got some yogis watching today that are capable of flying pigeon. I am totally down with that. I cannot do that on this hip today. It's still screaming at me. Now just play with me here, you guys. This is a tricky transition. You're gonna stand up. First, before you stand up, take your left hand, flip it so that you can grab the outer right foot, and then we go back to the old IT band. Now, if you're unable to hold your foot, simply bend the knee, hold your thigh, and you'll get the same gist. And the gist is good enough. Good. Feet to the floor. Raise the arms to the sky. Grab a hold of one wrist. Open side body. Back to center. Open side body. Inhale. Arch back. Move through your vinyasa. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Half fold. Exhale. Plank pose. Pause here. Chaturanga. Cobra. Right to down dog, left leg goes high. Stack your hips, bend your knee, pause. Push your inner right thigh towards the left side of your mat. How the heck do you do that? I don't know, just try it. And then step up, warrior one. Just long enough to get you set up, front knee straight, revolve triangle. Where you are welcome to stay, unless you want to challenge yourself, and why not? Go big. Woo! And then maybe the standing splits, whatever that means to you today in your body. All right, feet wide again. Have a seat. Lean into your thighs for a moment. So I want you to sit big as you do this, okay? You might need to straighten the leg a little just to get your ankle there, but then sit back down, okay? Opening up that left hip. So this time it's going to be the right hand. You flip it to the outside of your left foot. You drive down into that right leg, and you just blossom into this posture. Remember, you can also hold your thigh instead, okay? Woo! Baby. Feel it. And then feet to the floor. One more time. Reach the arms up this time. Lace those fingers like you did last time. Side body. Side body. Okay, one more little thing here, guys. You're gonna fold forward. I'm gonna back up a little bit so I stay on the screen. We're gonna keep our right leg really straight. So again, outer thigh. Left knee bends a ton. You balance your left hand on the floor, reach the right arm up. That's option one. Option two, you take your left arm through your legs, wrap that left arm around the back of your left knee, and then clasp hands behind your back. And then really press your outer right hip to the right side of the room. Feel that? It's kind of great. You can balance on the foot or the outer foot, your choice. And I know some of you guys are like, hey, this is how I get into Bird of Paradise. Well, go for it. We'll unwind. We'll do the other side. So the right knee's gonna bend a whole bunch, right hand on the floor. Keep your left leg straight. Either hold here or the right arm through the legs, around back, and then clasp hands. Beautiful, you guys. Come on down. Toes out. Drop it down into your Malasana. All right, somehow I drifted. So hang on, I'm gonna move over again. Yeah? And then go ahead and have a seat. You can use your hands. So we're gonna do a variation of Heron today that emphasizes the outer hip. Oh, my camera just shut off. Weird. So here's how this is gonna work. If you have a block, this can come in handy. You're gonna flip your left leg behind you, okay? And keep your right leg straight. Now, a couple of variations. You're like, I can't sit like this, Maria. Take your block or your book, put it underneath your right hip. Hold it right there. If that's still not working for you, just abort the mission. Take your left foot to your inner right thigh. Okay? And here's how heron pose works. I'm going to go back. You're going to bend your right leg, just like you did when you were in that upright posture. Take your left hand, flip it to the outside of your right foot, and then rotate. So you can bring the fingertips of your right hand behind you as you lean back, because you're sort of in like a boat pose right now. Can you feel that? And you can even cheat a little and move this right leg towards the left, whatever you need to do here. Then we're going to go ahead and come into a twist. We did this pose yesterday. It's called deer pose. Those of you that can keep this leg folded behind you, do that. If you had your leg flip the other way, just cross your legs, okay? Try to anchor your sits bones to the floor, right? Those are the bones at the base of the pelvis. Nice big breath in, and we twist again. Always, always lengthen spine as you twist. Good. And then when you come out of this thing, soles of your feet together. So you decide, do you want to pull the heels in really tight, get more of a groin stretch? Do you want to bring the feet further forward, like I'm going to do for Tarasana, star pose? I like this variation because it gets those IT bands again, my outer thighs. And then just bow forward. All right, so switching to the other side. This time your right leg either folds behind you. This is half hero, so make sure your ankle is next to your hip, not underneath. If you used a block last time to elevate that left hip, to take some of the pressure off your knee, go for it. And if you just flipped your leg this way, boom, all good. All variations are good. Start out bending this left leg so it's closer to you. This right hand is going to flip to the outside of your left foot. You lean back, you extend your leg, and you rotate the chest as far as you can. So again, this is very active. You can cheat a little bit and move this leg over even more towards the right if you need more of an IT band stretch. And who doesn't? And then nice and easy, place your foot up against your inner thigh. Although I will tell you, in doing workshops and continuing ed and following people that are in the know about fascia in the body, now they're saying you can't actually stretch the IT band. Who are you going to believe? All right, raise your arms. Exhale, rotate. Try to keep this right hip anchored to the floor. Beautiful, you guys. And then back to center. Now, if you want to chill a little bit, go ahead and repeat bound angle pose. If you want to amp this up a little bit, hold your big toes with your first two fingers and give your inner thighs one more big stretch while working your core. Navasana. Do, do, do. You ever find that still point finally in your poses? Things you've been struggling with for years, and suddenly one day you're like, bing! Got it. That's how I feel about Navasana. Okay, we're gonna lay down. So I haven't been really teaching a lot of inversions. There's a couple reasons for that. One is, I have to move out of the frame. I don't know if you guys have places where you can kick up. I don't want you to get hurt if you're not used to doing an inversion. But if you would like to do your headstand here, those of you that can do a headstand, by all means, I would love for you to do that. Those of you that aren't doing headstands today, you can follow along with me, and we're going to do a shoulder stand instead. Okay? I'm going to get just a teensy bit closer again to the frame. And I'm going to start out facing away from y'all so I can get into plow pose. So this is how I get into shoulder stand. You can come into it from bridge if you want. I just like doing it from here because it gives me the opportunity, now that my upper body is off of my arms, to get my shoulders really close together, my shoulder blades I should say. Yeah, and then once I have that established, place my hands on my upper back by my kidneys if possible, and then raise my legs to the sky. Now if you want to do some funky variations, you can come into bound angle pose, you can come into prasarita. Some people like to wrap the legs up in eagle. You know, whatever you want to do here. If you're not going to do either of those inversions, you can do bridge, right? You can do legs up to the sky. But honestly, going upside down is really therapeutic for so many reasons. If you're still hanging out like I am, take another breath and then bring your legs back to the floor, either overhead first and then down, or just come all the way down. I also want to give you the opportunity to give yourself a back bend here of your choice. I'm going to recommend 3 in a row. The first one is bridge, second one is wheel, third one is fish, right? You do not have to do 3 different ones. You can do 3 of the same. You can do just one and hold it for a long time. But we're all going to start with bridge, and the one I'm going to do today is I'm going to lift my heels really high, come onto my tippy toes, get my upper arms underneath me, and then just support my pelvis with the heels of my hands. Woo, this one's a big one. Feels really good though. Using my own forearms to support the weight of my pelvis here. It's really nice. And then one more breath before you release. Come down, take a short break. Round 2. I think you guys can see me. Round 2, if you're doing the wheel pose, I know some of y'all are, you're going to flip your hands over your head. 1, 2, 3. Push up. Hello. And if you want to challenge yourself today, you can take one leg to the ceiling. Right? Make sure you do both sides. If you're doing the one-legged version, move your foot to the midline first and really push into your arms. Good. And then come on down. Nice and easy. And then our final back bend, which happens to be a nice counter pose, by the way, for shoulder stand, is fish. What you do is you bring your arms right next to you, palms down, press down into your elbows, and the top of the head comes to the floor. Yeah? Mine isn't today because I got a bun on the top of my head, so I'm just gonna kind of fake it. Big chest opener. Awesome, you guys. And then nice and easy. Come on down. Just pull the left leg towards you. Roll your ankle around a couple times. Then cross that ankle above your right thigh. Come into figure 4. Make sure you keep this left foot strongly flexed. The other leg can just dangle. Pull it in, pull it in. Now keep your legs in this position. Just let go and drop everything to the right. And hold on to your left ankle with your right hand. This is another little hip opener. You actually don't want your left knee to tip towards you. You want to kind of press it away from you. Okay, and then come on back to center real slow. Set your left foot on the floor. Right leg draws in. You can roll the ankle around again a couple times. Cross the ankle above the knee. And then figure 4 on this side, where I am way tighter than the other side. There's a lot of guardedness in this hip. I'm trying to show it some love and it doesn't want it. Good. And then just maintain this leg configuration, but let go, and the legs tip over to the left, and you hold on to your right ankle. Okay, and then roll onto your back. This time both knees pull in. You know, you can wrap your arms around your shin bones or behind your thighs, whatever works better for you. And we have come once again to the end of our time together. So hopefully you have everything you need nearby to help you come into a comfortable, warm, cozy corpse pose position, Shavasana. You're always welcome to go to a wall if you have one and lay with your legs at the wall. Some people find that incredibly relaxing. Some people find it incredibly annoying and agitating. Everybody's different. Everybody's nervous system feels different in Viparita Karani. But if you want to go do that, take a moment, slide your mat up to the wall, keep your hips on the wall, raise your legs to the sky. Otherwise, you're just laying palms up, legs extended. If you need to drape something over your eyes, even if it's a sock or a towel, go ahead and do that. And breathe right into your heart space. Like direct the inhalation breath to your heart. Imagine that the breath has perhaps color, like yellow, or maybe texture, like prickly firework, electricity almost. Or imagine that it has even a scent, if that resonates with you, right? Bring that to your heart, right? From which all this love we keep talking about emanates. And then when you exhale, just let go. Remember, it's not just love big, it's forgive always. That is a life well lived. Love big, forgive always. I'm so happy that you guys keep joining me every morning for these practices. I am getting so much from this. You have no idea. This has been a lifesaver for me to continue to be able to teach. So I will see you tomorrow for happy hour. I'm going to post something about it. Like I said, I'd like to make it sort of a karaoke happy hour. You don't have to sing, but I'm gonna. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.